Nadja, and you are watching A Cozy Knitting Corner. This is my knitting podcast where I share my finished objects, and if I have some yarn acquisitions, I'll also share them with you. Welcome, this is my episode number 5. Today I have 4 finished objects I will share with you. 3 pairs of socks and a beige Sophie scarf. I don't think you have ever seen this pair of socks. At work I bring a pair of socks that I can knit on when I have a lunch break, and this pair I have been knitting on for lunch breaks and meetings at my work. It's a pair of socks for my husband. They are knit up in Lana Grossa Mayflower yarn, and my husband asked for ribbed socks this time, so at the cuff I have 2x2 ribbing, and also on top of the foot I have 2x2 ribbing, but not where he's walking. I made a shadow wrap heel. It fits him. It's fitting his feet very well. I love this yarn. Let me show you the yarn. First, I'll also show you. Oh, hello. This is my little puppy Carlo. He came to say hi. No. Yeah. Are you gonna say hi to the podcast people? The podcaster world. Down with you. Let me show you how, because this looks like a sock that could easily fit a man, size European 44, but when it's not on a blogger, it's looking like a little tube with a heel pointing out. So they should fit him snug on his leg. I hope so. This yarn from Lana Grossa Mayflower, colorway 7448. I don't know the name of it. It's a single spun. Single spun sock yarn, and I just love this yarn. It's creating these little small stripes in some very beautiful fall colors. Yeah. I talked about last time that I would tell you how many days I have been knitting on my different projects, because this is a sock that I knit on at work, at the office. It has been on my needles for 6 months. I'm not going to tell you days because I don't know, but a half a year, 6 months, I have been knitting on this. I'm not making a whole lot of progress on socks that are placed on at my work, but I can't sit still without knitting. I think I'm wasting my time then. So always have a pair of socks at the office. Now they are finished, and now I have shown them to you. So now they can also be worn by my husband, and yeah, let me start a new pair for him. The other pair I can show you. I think I haven't even shown you that. Also, it's also a Lana Grossa yarn. This is not a completely normal sock wool and nylon. It's a bamboo and cotton blend. Why can't I find the label? Oh, here it is. It's this yarn, and let me tell you how it's put together. It's 40% cotton, 25% virgin wool, 20% viscose, that's bamboo, 8% polyamide, and 7% polyester. These were my office socks before the other pair, And then I brought them home to finish them for summer, but I never did. It's a summer sock yarn because of the cotton and the bamboo or the viscose. It's beautiful. It has been a little funny to knit with. The feeling of it is not woolly, and yeah, maybe I shouldn't have knit this afterthought heel because I just knitted the ribbing, oops, and I think 5 rounds of stockinette before starting the heel. They have a tendency to slip off my heel, so maybe next time when I knit shorties I should do a, what is it called in English? Heel flap and gusset? Traditional heel, not a shadow wrap heel. But yeah, they weren't finished in time for summer, but then I can wear them next summer. And I haven't weighed the yarn, but I assume I have at least half a ball of yarn left. When I knit socks for my size, I'm a European 40. I'm using 60, maybe 70 grams of normal sock wool. So these are shorties for me. So I think I have maybe only used 50. Someday I will weigh it, and yeah, they can be another pair of shorties for me or a friend. But yes, that was the second pair of socks finished. I haven't woven in the ends, as you can see. In my episode number 2, I talked about these socks also. It's a sock called Loopy socks, knitted in hand-dyed yarn from a company in Denmark called Wool Collective. The designer is Lisa Bergedorf and her Instagram name is Lisa Bergedorf. These socks has a German short row heel. They are not completely stretched out here. I haven't washed and blocked them. I just put them on a blogger. You knit them from the toe up, and before you start your heel, German short row heel, you start increasing a little bit, and then you knit the short row heel, and after that you begin the decreases again. The pattern here is maybe looking difficult, but it is not. It's a very beautiful pattern where you just slip some stitches on 2 rows and then you knit them in twisted way. What is it called? You knit them in a kind of twisted way on the next row. I haven't followed the pattern completely because then it should be longer, but I was in time pressure back in October last year, and that is why it's the low cuff. These I'm gonna gift to my friend. She tried them on New Year's Eve. Here's the second sock. And the funny thing about how many days I knitted this sock is that this second sock, I have been knitting on that for 6 days. It took me 6 days to complete this here in the holidays, in the vacation time. But in total, I have been knitting on these as a whip for 84 days. It's because I started the socks in October. And then I did not think about them again until now. So if I would have been knitting both pairs this vacation time, this holiday time, it might only have been taking me 12 days. You never know. But now I have completed one of my October socks and I'm very happy about that. It's not because I don't like them that I'm gifting them. It's because I have so many socks. I can't wear them all. And she would be happy to wear them, so I can just knit myself another pair of Loopy socks Not in this colorway because I don't have more of the yarn, but maybe in the other colorway that I won, the teal or the aqua marine one. Yeah, so my Loopy socks is finally finished. That means I only have the cottage socks left to knit on from October, because the Sashiko sock I will frog, and yeah, that's it. So 2 pairs out of 4 total I will finish from October. Oh yeah, maybe 3, because what was it called? I frogged one because I made a mistake in the pattern. I will knit that also. It's a beautiful sock. Can't remember the name. I talk about my October socks in the episode 2. There you can see them all. Yeah, and then the beige Sophie shawl. This one I knitted up in 8 days. I was a little over halfway in my last episode. It's a Sophie scarf by PetiteKnit, but it's my way. That means I have longer between increases and decreases, and I have no idea how long it is, but it fits my daughter perfectly, and that's the point. Now she has this beige one and then a coffee brown one. So yeah, 8 days on my needles. Sophie scarf by PetiteKnit, but my way, not her way. It's a garter project. I love garter stitch projects, as I mentioned last time, and I also already have a new one on my needles, but let me talk about that in a minute. Oh yeah, the yarn. This is knit up in cashmere, pure cashmere yarn, bought on the app Shein. And someone commented on my last episode that the little thread to go with the cashmere yarn is some kind of reinforcement thread. I think she wrote it was nylon. So it would be, yeah, it's, one moment, my dog is naughty. Where was I? Yeah, she wrote to me that the little thread I'm knitting together with the pure cashmere is some kind of, I think it was nylon thread to reinforce the project. It's very soft. So a Sophie scarf is also done. That was all of my finished objects. So let me show you what is on my needles right now. As I just mentioned, I have another Sophie scarf on my needles in the same yarn. So here I can tell you or show you what I mean when I say little thread. Oops. This is the pure cashmere yarn from Shein, and this is the little thread. I don't know if you can see it, but it is very thin, and it could be nylon reinforcing the project. This scarf I'm knitting according to pattern. It's also a Sophie scarf from the designer PetiteKnit. I think this one needs to be blocked. Yeah, and I'm almost halfway with this one. I'm knitting it on a 3.5 millimeter needle from a Lantern Moon. It's a wooden needle. I think it is owned by Knit Pro. Yeah, it's a wooden needle made out of this strong material called Ebenholt. I don't know the English word. They were very hyped here back in here in Denmark a few months back, and then I had to try them. The wire has no memory, and that is very nice, and it's yeah, spinning in the joint. This little Sophie scarf is for my mom because she has a birthday coming up end of this month. I think she would be happy to have it. I hope so. I also showed you the yarn ball last time from Sheepies. I just love it, and I'm so happy that my husband was able to fix it when I dropped it on the floor and it broke. Yeah. I have been knitting on this new scarf for only 3 days. And I think I will be finished in 3 or 4 days. Yeah. Then I also started a new project on Christmas Day. Here it is. It's another scarf. This is a Danish pattern only, and I bought it as a kit from a Danish yarn store called CKC Strik. It is a mosaik pattern. You slip stitches and you knit stitches, or you slip stitches and purl stitches. I use 3 different colorways of yarn to create this beautiful pattern. Let me show you the yarn. One of the yarns are a hand-dyed yarn from Filcolana called Anina, in these beautiful colors. It's 100% superwash merino wool from Filcolana. The color is 515. I don't know the name of the color because I bought it as a kit. The other 2 yarns are from Mayflower. And it is the Easy Care yarn. This is also very soft and squishy. I took the labels off before registering which one was which color, but one of them is color 083 and the other is color 095. Here's the tag for that one. Yeah. So these 3 beautiful yarns held together, no, not held together, knitted together in a beautiful pattern. It's gonna be my new scarf. I think I have just a little less than 500 stitches here. Every row takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to knit, actually. And I cast on, of course, Christmas Day. It's a tradition I have learned from the Danish knitwear designer and also knitter called PODDERWEAR. Her account is Traveling Miss Knits, I think, in Danish, or in English. Yeah, Traveling Miss Knits. Some of you might know her. She has this tradition of casting something new on Christmas Day, so I learned from her and have done that for the last, is this only my 2nd year? I think 2nd year only, but I'm gonna continue with that tradition. It's a nice tradition. Christmas Day here is the day in Denmark we celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. Get the presents, eat the nice food. Everything is done Christmas Eve. And then our tradition in our family is that the 25th, Christmas Day, all of the guests are returning and we are just cozying up, eating leftovers, playing presents and stuff like that all day. And that day I'm cozying up in a corner and casting on for my new project. And this year it was a scarf. Yeah, but where was I? My son just asked me a question. yeah, now I remember. The scarf is going to be about 18 centimeters wide, and then I should cast off. And what do I have now? 3 or 4 centimeters. I haven't knitted on that this much because of all the socks and all the certain other things I would like to knit on, but it's just a cozy, comforting knit, so I'm not in a hurry. But it could be nice that it will be done this winter, and we are in January now, so I think it's doable to do so. Yeah. Then I also picked up another pair of socks. The one finished pair is that one. I cast that on in October also. It's the Hugorm socks. I think it might be in episode 2 also that I'm sharing all about that. It's a Danish designer, and the pattern is also only written in Danish. But the last 2 days I have been knitting like crazy on socks, on this pair of sock, and right now I have three chart repeats on the foot, and I think I shall have 4 before starting a heel. So today I will make the heel, I'm certain of that. I just picked up this because now I would like to finish it. It has been languishing since October, like the Loopy socks, and maybe it's a good idea to have all my finished or half-finished socks hanging there, because when I'm sitting down here knitting or coming down here to do something, I see them, and I think of them and will not forget them. So now I just wanted to finish it. The toe, heel and cuff is knitted in, or ribbing cuff, what is it called? Yeah, is knitted in Hobby yarn, and the rest of the sock is this Mayflower first class in a light orange. I only have this one ball, 50-gram ball of yarn, so I weighed it, and that is why it is looking like that. That's exactly 25 of the 50 grams. And this is enough for the rest of the sock, I hope. Otherwise it's gonna be okay. And then I have used up another ball of yarn from my beautiful yarn stash. So I don't know why. Was it after October I just lost my sock mojo? And now it's January and it's coming back. I would like to knit all of the socks and all of my yarn stash, and just socks. But this channel is not gonna be all about socks, because I promised you, or I told you in my first episode and also in other episodes, that I'm gonna knit more selfish knitting, garments for myself, cardigans, sweaters, stuff like that, because I want to wear them. I want to have more hand knitted garments for myself, but I love to knit socks also, so it's gonna be a combo. And as I'm talking about the garments for myself, I can talk about what I am wearing today. In Danish we have a saying about what we are wearing. One of the Danish podcast colleagues I have from a channel called Strik og Sludder, Henriette Hall, invented that the project you were wearing when you're podcasting is called PODDERWEAR. So that I will bring on here to my English channel and tell you about my PODDERWEAR. This is a vertical striped sweater, also a design by PetiteKnit. I cast on for this on my summer vacation in 2020, during COVID lockdown, maybe, during COVID, and I finished it in April 2 years later. So I don't know why, and I don't remember how far along in the project I was before putting it aside, but it took me 2 years to knit the sweater, As you can see on the sleeve here, I knitted it way too long, and I haven't gotten to unraveling and shortening the sleeve. I'm just wearing it like this. I knitted this in a size medium. I'm usually a size large, but I think PetiteKnit's patterns always is not correct, but a lot of her patterns have very much ease, positive ease, and it's not for me. I still have positive ease here, but what I would like, not more. That's why I just knit it in a medium, and it fits me well. Yeah, it is knitted in, and it's knitted on 4.5 millimeter needles. Not the ribbing, I assume, but the rest of the pattern. It's knitted in a combination of Filcolana Avetta and Filcolana Tilia. The Filcolana Avetta is color 808. I don't have the name of that color, sorry. But the Filcolana Tilia, I have the name. It's called Rime Frost, and it is color 281. That combination is giving this mild look. They are not the same color. The Tilia is very light, and the Avetta is the dark one, if you can call it dark. I'm very pleased with the result. I like the mild look. It doesn't have to be the same color if you combine two yarns. I think choosing different colors make it, interesting sometimes. I don't think I have any more to say about this sweater. I love it. It's one of the only knitted sweaters I wear. As I mentioned, it is a little loose in the hem, but I can tuck it in my jeans and it's okay. But the other knitted sweaters I have made was too wide, too loose, too big, not the perfect fit. I can put it on next time maybe, if I remember. It's a sweater from a Danish designer called Vesterby Krea. Maybe it's number 26, I can't remember. I test knitted it. If I remember, I will put it on next time, just so you can see it. It's a beautiful sweater. It's just not my style. But I wear it at home when I'm cold. Yeah. That was all of my finished objects. Work in progress, my whips, and my PODDERWEAR. And I haven't made yarn acquisitions. Oh, wait a minute. No, that was not all. As I mentioned, the socks was from my husband's, and I have actually cast on a new pair for him. And it is gonna be my new office socks. I have knitted on this for 2 days and only nearly finished with the ribbing. Let me turn it around so you can see this beautiful, in Danish it's called a strikkefisk. What is the English word for this one? It helps me count the rows. There's 10 little rings here. I move them for every row I knit, and then I know when I have done 10 and I just start over. I usually knit my ribbings on socks 15, maybe 20, but 15 at least rows. It's gonna be cuff, knit and heel in the brown opal yarn, and the rest of the sock in this variegated opal yarn. This color is 5192, and this one is from their Winterweide collection. Does it have a color name? Yes, 11196. 11196. It's also an opal yarn. Yeah. This I got on sale in a Danish web shop. I love opal sock yarn. It's sturdy but not scratchy. And he has one pair of knitted socks in opal yarn. I bought that one pre-owned. And until now he has not made a hole in that pair of socks. So I hope that opal yarn is the yarn that will not break, is the wrong word. He's simply making holes in his socks. He's using them hard. And I can't knit fast enough before he has a new hole in his socks. So I'm trying a lot of different yarns for him, and then I'm looking at the socks when they are washed. Here in the house we just wash every single of our hand knit socks in the machine with the other clothes. I'm not gonna hand wash all of the socks because I'm lazy. Yeah, sorry for forgetting this last project on my needles. What I was about to say is that I have not bought any yarn, but I have received yarn as a Christmas present, a Christmas gift. And this one is also a Christmas gift. I love it. Blue is my favorite color, and it's with blue beads. Yeah. But from my mom and dad, I got 9 balls of each of these 2 yarns. It's Filcolana Avetta and Filcolana Tilia. The same combo as this one. Both are in the color light truffle, and they are gonna be knitted up in a project made from Lisa Hester on Ravelry, and it's gonna be a cardigan called the First Cardigan. It's a stockinette cardigan with half fisherman rib sleeves. Yeah, I'm looking very much forward to casting on that project. Today I have not showed you the Magnolia Chunky cardigan because I have knitted maybe this much of a sleeve. Second sleeve. The first sleeve I completed, but it is too short. It's not my taste, so I need to lengthen that. But I'm almost finished with the second sleeve. Maybe next time I'm completely finished with it and wearing it, or maybe next time I'm almost finished with it but needing the button band still. I could wear it though. But my plan is to always have a selfish knitting project on my needles, and I need to cast on a new one right after I have finished the current project, because I really want to knit more garments for myself. So this is the plan. Now I have the yarn, so it's not hard to make that decision that this is gonna be my next selfish knitting project after the Magnolia Chunky cardigan, which I hope I will show you next time finished. Yeah, I have not made more notes. I think it was that from for now. I hope your Christmas was very nice and comforting, and I hope you had a great New Year's Eve, celebrated and went into 2025. Yeah, nicely. I did, and I'm looking forward to a new knitting year. More selfish knitting, more socks of course. Yeah, maybe a few acquisitions also. I would very much like to knit up the sock yarn I already have, but I can't say I won't buy new yarns. Yeah. Last time I mentioned that this was a little YouTube channel, and it would help me a lot if you liked the video and you commented on the video. Some of you did, and enough to make it go out there, because I had way more views for my last episode than ever. So thank you very much for that. And I hope you would do the same this time. Like and comment. It makes me happy. And I also now have my first 100 subscribers. That is just great. I would like to reach 200. Maybe for next time. Maybe not. But yeah. When you like and subscribe, share maybe, it will help me get out there and more people can see what I'm knitting on, and yeah, follow my little channel here on YouTube. That was all from me this time. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!